All right, welcome back to the second part, or really the third part of our week 10 activities. So I'm going to pick up right here with number 3, which is our actual in-class activity, which means this is the one that's going to earn you your 5 points. So computational thinking tasks. Now that you have some experience with computer language, hopefully this microbit challenge was fun and not too frustrating for you. Now it's time to link those ideas, those concepts back to teaching practices through computational thinking. So what you're going to do is open up this computational thinking tasks document, which is a Google Doc. Now what this link should do is show you this page right here where it's asking you if you want to make a copy of this document. And yes, you do. You make a copy. And then once that happens, assuming that you're already signed into Gmail, you might have to sign into your Google account first. But it will create a copy. It puts copy of at the front of it, of the title, and it will be saved in your Google Drive. So now this is your own copy of this document. It is not the shared copy. Now, if for some reason that link does not work that way, you don't see that prompt for it to make a copy. I know sometimes in the past it doesn't work on an iPad correctly. So if you see the regular document and it doesn't say copy of, what I want you to do is just go to File and then click Make a Copy and do the copy yourself. But once you've got your copy of the document, the first thing I want you to do is change the title. And you're going to take out copy of, and I want you to type your last name. And you know what, actually, let's also put your first name. Okay? Just so that helps us when we're grading, that we know that this is your document. Okay, so this document has 4 tasks for you to complete, and the only place in this document that you'll be writing is inside these red boxes. So task 1 is to take a look at this lesson plan of computational thinking. And if you click on it, you can open that tab or that new window. And you can see this lesson. You can scroll through it, the teaching guide, terms, the activity for the lesson, the wrap up, goes through the full thing. Even includes our ISTE standards. Once you've looked through that, we are going to write out your own definition of computational thinking. And you're going to type that in this box. So how would you personally define computational thinking in your own words? So it doesn't have to be an official fancy definition, just in your own words, what do you think computational thinking is? So first type it in the box here, and then there's another document that's linked right here that I want you to add it to. So you can add it at the top, or you can scroll all the way down to the bottom. You can see this is several semesters worth of students that have been adding to this document, adding to those definitions. So type your definition here and then add it to the class document. Then task 2 is to use that same class document and pull 3 or more of your classmates' definitions. So you can see there are a lot of them here. You can grab any 3 or more that you want. If you want to grab all of them, go for it. I would try, though, to take the students' names out before you create your word cloud, because that is what you're going to do. Use a word cloud generator to create a word cloud of those definitions, save it as an image file or take a screenshot and insert it in this box here. Then task 3, we have a couple of links for you to look at. First, review the ISTE standards for students number 5, which is computational thinking, and look at the 4 indicators within it. So again, we open that up, and down here number 5, computational thinking, 4 items underneath. There are even videos, so if you're still a little unsure of this topic, you can watch the videos. Remember, as always, you can hover over the blue underlined words to get a little bit more information, but look through all of that information. Then look at the examples of how computational thinking can be applied in various subject areas that are described in Chapter 6 of our textbook and in that lesson plan of computational thinking. Then in just 1 to 2 sentences, this does not need to be a lengthy paragraph, just 1 or 2 sentences, write or describe an example of how computational thinking would be applied to your subject area. So whether that's English or social studies or science or math or dance or art, think about how computational thinking applies to your subject area. And as a hint, you can look through the TEKS, you can look at the Lead Forward resources and find keywords relating to computational thinking to kind of help you think through how it could connect. So in task 3, you're connecting computational thinking to your content. In task 4, you are connecting computational thinking to the actual act of teaching and designing a lesson. So think about the task of designing and teaching your technology integration lesson, which is coming up soon. Think about the elements of computational thinking, such as decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, algorithm design, and write, again, a short paragraph, maybe a little bit more than we did in task 3, but still not a full essay, just a paragraph, where you explain how you can apply computational thinking to help you in designing and teaching a lesson. So thinking here about how computational thinking relates to lesson design, lesson planning. So again, task 3 is more geared at the content. So this would actually be more of how are your students going to use computational thinking in that subject area, where task 4 is more how are you using computational thinking in your teaching and in your design of teaching. So once you have done that, then you will go up to share, and you can see when I hover over it right now, it says private to only me. So you'll click share, and we're going to change restricted to anyone with the link, and you can leave it as view. If you want, you can change it to commenter or editor, but view is fine. Just make sure that it is anyone with the link, and then you will copy that link. And then go back over to Blackboard, go to the week 10 in-class activity submission, write submission, and paste that link right in using Control-V. That's all you need to do. You can then click submit. So that is the 5-point activity for today. The next thing you're going to do is watch a quick video that will be posted there when you're looking at the document on the technology integration lesson. And actually watching that overview of the assignment might help you a bit with that task 4, getting a little better understanding of what that activity, what that assignment's going to ask you to do might help you with that. So if you want to watch it before you finish this activity, you absolutely can. It will be there. But watch that video, look over. If you click on this link, it will go to the handout that walks you through the entire assignment, just like all of our other assignment handouts. So that is an assignment that is coming up. It's a big one. It's very exciting for me. It's my favorite assignment of the entire semester. And then, of course, as always, we have a couple of after-class activities. Make sure that you are continuing to work on your ePortfolio assignment. And then 3 readings, 30 Tools for Diverse Learners, Breakout of the Classroom, and What is Successful Technology Integration. Your technology integration test is coming up. It is due on October 30th. You can feel free to take that whenever you want. As always, 2 attempts and the highest score is kept. The school home communication assignment is our next assignment that is due, so make sure that you are working on that. It is due on November 6th. And your electronic portfolio feels like it's pretty far away, due December 4th, but make sure that you do not procrastinate, because that assignment will really sneak up on you, so you should be working on that continuously. As always, if you have any questions about anything in this week, please feel free to reach out to either of your instructors. We are both very happy to help you if you need any assistance. So, as always, happy learning.